All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to Akim, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Real quick, this man, Kyrie Irving, has been in the news. Him and Kanye West, So what's happening is the Lord is opening this thing up more and more onto the earth, whether these whether they're behind the scenes, they're paid off or whatever the case may be. Now, Kyrie here, he got suspended for 5 games. I believe it's unpaid. All right, as well as, some high fees that he's going to have to pay for coming out and saying and speaking for the truth, man. All right, the truth of the matter is that the so-called Negroes are the tribe of Judah, the real Jews. That's where the word Jew actually comes from, man. Short for the tribe of Judah. Okay, so this is a whole bunch of madness, and it's showing forth, and it's showing us that this truth is getting out there more and more, man. All right, just as the Lord said that this truth would. All right, so whether you have wicked Israelites teaching this, whether you have Kyrie Irving teaching this, whether you have the true men of the Lord teaching this, whether you have people talking about the truth, whether you have, like we have this in the news, everybody is seeing this light of Israel pour onto the earth. All right, and that's prophecy, man. And that's why these small hats, all right, these Amalekites, this is why they are mad, man. Let me get a scripture real quick. All right, this truth is going to go out either way, man. All right, whether it's in sincerity or not. And it's all for the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. It's all for the glory of this truth to come forth, man. It's all for the glory of the Lord. All right, this is Philippians 1. And this is actually the spirit, because this is where I was going to go. We can just read. Here we go. Let's see where I'll start here. This is Philippians 1 and 12. Philippians 1 and 12. But I would ye should understand, brethren, that the things which happened unto me have fallen out rather unto the furtherance of the gospel. All right, so this demonization, the things we go through, all right, the trials and tribulations, the lies, the slander, it's all for the furtherance of the gospel. All right, because what my brother put up the other day, the Southern Poverty Law, they had a list on the basically the hate groups in the Carolinas, and one of them was GMS Charlotte. It was on there. All right, so when all this demonization, starts to get bigger and bigger, it's already big, but now we're about to go into another phase, another chapter, all right, of the persecutions and the lies and the slanders, and this man really trying to come down and stop this word from coming out. So we're about to go into another level, but all these things coming is for the furtherance of the gospel. You see? Verse 13, so that my bonds in Yahweh Shai are manifest in all the palace and in all other places. And many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. This is why we're going to continue to teach. All right? We're going to continue to teach this word. All right, through the thick and thin, through the things coming, through the things we go through the false prophet, through the pretense, through the psychological operations that are being done using this word by Esau, by using these celebrities. All right, trying to mellow down the truth so it doesn't come out fully to our people. However, all right, this gospel is going to keep and continue to go out, man. right? Through whatever we go through is going to continue to come out, man. However that may be. This is Philippians 1 and 15. Some indeed preach Yahushua even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preach Yahushua of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. All right, so you have men out here that are not even teaching the word sincerely. They're teaching the word for likes. They're teaching the word for just to get by. All right, they're teaching the word to be exalted. They're teaching the word for fame. You see, they're teaching the word to try to appear special, or that's why you have all these different types of camps in the garments they wear, and the parties they throw, and the gatherings they have, and so on and so forth, man. A lot of Israel in these last days they're not preaching this word sincerely, but it doesn't matter because it's still for the furtherance of the gospel, man. And that's the beautiful part about the Lord, man. You see, everything is working and is being funneled into bringing forth light to this truth. And that's the beautiful part about this truth in the last days. That's the beautiful part about the Lord and what he's doing on the earth in these last days. All right, so whether Kyrie Irving, not sincerely, or he may be sincere, who knows, Kanye West, them coming to the spotlight, whether they're being used or not, it's going to be towards the furtherance of the gospel, man. And that's the beautiful part about this thing, man. You can't really, you're fighting. The Amalek is fighting against the Most High. They're fighting against the reality that the Lord has already orchestrated and has planned out. So we'll see how that turns out for them. Philippians 1 and 15, some indeed preach Yahushua even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preach Yahushua of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. See? Verse 18, what then? Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Yahushua is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, and will rejoice. See? This is actually good for us, brothers that are sincere in these last days teaching this word, man. Because the Lord's not going to, we're not giving the Lord rest until he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that is what is coming forth. But with that, this man's going to come down and he's going to try to take down his whole society and as many people as he can with him, according to Revelation 12 and 12, man. He's going to try to establish himself as the Most High. That's why he's coming with what? The mark of the beast. That's why he's coming with these things. This is his last fight, the last generation that the Lord is going to fight against Amalek, man. This is it. So he's going to pull out all the stops, everything, man. Philippians 1, let me grab some real quick. We'll come back. And this is the beautiful part. Let's go to this is 2 Corinthians 13:8. This is 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. There's nothing that can be done against this truth. You can't stop prophecy. You can't stop the truth. You can't stop us from waking up, according to Ezekiel 37. You can't stop the Lord from coming back and grabbing and taking this dominion on the earth. You can't stop it. You can't stop his people, all right, from teaching and coming back to this truth of who they are. You can't stop a people from coming back to their heritage if the Lord wants it to happen. And that's what's taking place. So you can do nothing against the truth. So whatever you do to try to come against the truth is going to be turned into and funneled into something to bring forth and shed more light on this truth for good. That's what is taking place. So Kyrie Irving in the news, Kanye West in the news, all these other celebrities coming out to saying they're Israelites, people waking up, people asking questions. This is all for the furtherance of the gospel. This is all for the furtherance of the glory of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, man, and our awakening in these last days. 2 Corinthians 13:8, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. See? This is what's taking place, and these people know this thing. The elites know this, man. See? Let's go back to Philippians, and I don't want to make this too long, and I'll get out of here. Just back in Philippians 1:19. We'll read 18 again. Philippians 1:18. What then? Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Yahushua is preached, and I therein do rejoice, and will rejoice. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation. That's what's coming, man. So we have to go through this turbulent time, the persecution, the lies, the slander, the demonization, because it's coming. And then ultimately we have to go through what? The chaos coming. Because if you peep and you realize and you look out, while this is happening here in America with this light being shed, you see across seas, war is getting extremely serious to the point where it's going to go nuclear eventually, just like the prophecy said about, which talks about the arrows. See how this is all culminating. The Lord is coming through, and his movie is going forth to the next chapter, right? So this is a good thing for the elect, man. This is a good thing for us. All right. If we are of the elect, this is a great thing, and we call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. And if we continue on, we will be those men. You have our people waking up, so you have the great multitude waking up. It's coming. All these things, the Lord is working, man. It's beautiful. Philippians 1:19. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer and the supply of the Spirit of Yahushai, according to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, as always, so now also Yahushai shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. So we aren't to fear anything. Just keep going and teaching this word, man. Okay, Yahushua and this truth is being magnified, and it can't be stopped. And these elites are scared, man. And it's going to tell you why here, man. Let's keep going. Verse 21. For to me, to live is Yahushua, and to die is gain. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I want not. For I am in strait betwixt two, having the desire to depart. And this is the spirit that a lot of men in the Lord have. It's nothing here for us. I was just talking to a brother yesterday. Death is better than this life. This is not even a life. It's out of order. It's no order in our nation. Our nation is destroyed. It's nothing but vile acts and evil on the earth. It's nothing but death. We eat death. We drink death when we go to the store. We listen to death on the radio. This is not life. But it's better for us to be down here teaching this word, because what is bringing forth this light unto the earth? The Lord is using us as vessels to bring forth this truth. Once again, like it says, whether in pretense or in sincerity, man. Philippians 1:24. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. See? And having this confidence, I know that I shall abide and continue with you all for your furtherance and joy of faith, that your rejoicing may be more abundant in Yahushua for me by my coming to you again. Only let your conversation, your conduct, be as it becometh the gospel of Yahushua. That's important. As we go more and more into these days, you have to make your conduct more on point, man. This is why we talk about the growth. so on and so forth. This is where those scriptures comes in where what? You're going to be found blameless teaching this. See what I'm saying? This is how the Lord is going to protect you. Going into the days we're coming into, man. This is how it's going to happen. Because you have to be blameless. You have to be growing. That's why it says here, I'm going to read it again. Philippians 1:27. Only let your conversation, we know that conversation goes into the word what? It goes into your conduct. See here. Should be anastrophe. Anastrophe or another word they had. Let's see. Yep, this P word, yep. It says to be a citizen, to administer civil affairs, manage the state, to make or create a citizen, to behave as a citizen. And what do we know? We're fellow citizens with let me grab that real quick. And we'll come back. It should be in the gospel, I believe. Let me see something real quick. Fellow citizens. Yep, this is Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2, verse 19. Verse 18, for through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now, therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahushua HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. All right, so we have been called into citizenship with the Lord. So we are to remain and to act more of that as we come into these last days, man, which involves us what? Making sure our conduct is on point, making sure our spirit is on point, examining ourselves whether we be in the faith as the scripture says. Philippians 1:27, only let your conversation be as it becometh the gospel of Yahushua, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries. Them coming down, this demonization, don't be worried about this. Don't be terrified. The Lord is saying here, you should in nothing and in no way and in no wise be afraid of these adversaries about to come against us, man. You see? For Philippians 1:28, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries. And it's going to tell us why that we shouldn't be afraid. And in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them, us, this truth, us waking up, us changing our conversation in these last days to what? That of the Lord, coming back to our heritage. They see these things taking place. They see our people waking up, man. Philippians 1:28, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition. This is an evident token. This is a signal that they're about to go down, man. And what's happening across the seas? The other nations are coming against the beast system, NATO and the EU. They understand what time they're in. They're in a hard rock. They're between a rock and a hard place, as they say, man. This truth over here through the Spirit is crushing them. This truth across the sea with brothers across the country in Europe. Lord willing, them brothers are okay with all the shit coming over there to Europe. The truth is coming from there, crushing them. That pressure from the other nations wanting to take the beasts, NATO and the EU, the Edomites, they are in trouble, man. And they understand, starting with what? That top tribe, Amalek, man. They are in trouble. Why? Because these things happening, us teaching the truth, countries coming against them, wanting to wage war, wanting to destroy them off of the earth with nuclear destruction, which is going to happen. This is all these things are an evident token of their perdition. Their perdition, we can go into that word real quick, means destruction, man. You Edomites are done, man. It's about to be a wrap. Destroying, utter destruction of vessels, a perishing, ruined destruction. The destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. This is what's coming for the Edomites, man. Starting with that head tribe that the Lord would have war with from generation to generation. Damnable, destruction, die, perdition, perish, pernicious ways, and waste. And this is what's about to happen. This is an evident token of what's coming to the Edomites, man. Philippians 1:28, and in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of perdition, but to you of salvation, and that of the Most High. See? For unto you it is given in the behalf of Yahushua not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake, having the same conflict which ye saw in me, and now here to be in me. See? And this is heavy, man. All the trials and tribulations, teaching, the things we go through, seeing these things out in the world, seeing unbelievers, seeing false prophets, seeing these other camps go off, seeing all these things. All right, seeing the fake people call us, the real people, the fake people. This is all weighing heavy on the spirit, man. But what? We're fulfilling, walking in the ways and bearing our cross for Yahushua, man. And all the things that we're doing is actually the Lord is moving in on it, man. And it's becoming an evident token, the things that's taking place around the world and here in America with us teaching the truth, the war, World War III coming, nuclear threats of nuclear war across the world. All these things are an evident token of the nation of Edom's perdition, man. You see? All these tokens is an evident token to the wicked of our people of their destruction. These are the camps. All right, vocab. All our enemies, man. All the enemies of the men of the Lord, man. So we are to continue on, man, because what's happening is truth is spreading through pretense or through truth. Through these different situations with these celebrities or not. The truth is spreading, man. So, Lord willing, that was edifying call. Allah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Citations to you, Akim, Shalom, and a Bible ball.